back to the Altenew YouTube channel. It's Erica with you today, and today, hi, I thought it would be a good day to make someone happy with this gorgeous and fun die cut set. So this set has got 2 die cuts, and then it also has coordinating layering stencils. But for most of this card, we are going to be doing the die cutting, and then I will use the layering stencils towards the end of the video just to kind of like frame our sentiment. But the sentiment itself is going to be the star of the show today. And I might have said there's 2 pieces, but there's actually 3 pieces in this layering die set. So you can use just the words on its own, this one here. Or and then you can cut that out, or you can stencil it and then you cut it out with the shadow frame or the big piece. There's so many options you can do with this set. Now I am got some fabulously fun and colorful cardstock here. There's fresh lemon, we got limeade, we got dewdrop, iceberg, lavender fields, and pink diamond. Fabulous fresh colors, and I'm going to chop down little bits and pieces of them so that I can, because I don't want to cut out the whole thing in every single color. I just want, one of the words like today in pink, good in purple, etc., etc. So each kind of full word, apart from the tiny ones that are like in between, are going to be a separate color. And so we're going to chop a little bit with our scissors. We're going to do a little bit of sort of like custom cutting, and then we're going to do a little bit of puzzling die cutting, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Anyway, we're going to cut out all of the words in all of the colors so that we have every single thing. So today, good, day, someone, and happy in colored cardstock. And then the little bits, the is a and to make, we are going to cut those out of jet black cardstock because they are tiny. So we do want those to still kind of like pop and not kind of just disappear into the background. Yes. So I'm hoping you're with me so far. So now you will see that there is like extra kind of pieces that have been cut out because of the fact that I cut all of these little bits of cardstock a little bit too big. But if you wanted to, do a couple of cards, just either do like the whole thing and then just mix and match your letters. There are so many fun ways you can use this, right? But I'm gonna try to stick to just the ones that I actually want and need. Now I did keep some of the little letters here as well, but I did realize once I was trying to kind of puzzle them together that it wasn't going to show very well. So I decided to go with the jet black. But now we're going to puzzle, well, not quite puzzle. We're going to just place our words in the order that they're going to go. And then we are going to we're going to crack on a little bit because, we're not going to be die cutting all day. No. Now, to make these stand out a little bit more, I thought maybe this Morning Frost cardstock would be really, really nice because I don't know, there was just something about those, like the colored cardstock words on the white. It just felt a little bit too harsh, maybe, like too stark. Which I know that sounds a bit weird with it being white, but it just needed a little something, right? And I mean, I know it's not just going to be that. We're gonna use this up. We're gonna do some ink blending. We're gonna use a little bit of shimmer relief paste, and we're gonna use some sparkles. So, this is not anywhere near what the finished card is going to look like. However, sometimes you can just tell that it just isn't quite kind of going where you thought it was going to go, right? Because I did think that it was going to be great with just like white cardstock to make the words really pop. But I tried it with this Morning Frost cardstock, this is the shadow piece, the first shadow piece. And it just kind of like, it went from feeling stark to like, ooh, mellow, nice. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, I hope you do. Now I placed them on top of the shadow piece, and I'm going to pick them up with a little bit of press and seal. Now this stuff is magic. Magic with capital letters. Yes, it is. Oh, this comes in so handy when you are going to glue down little bits and pieces, like, you know, this sort of thing, because you place your press and seal on top, as I've just shown you, although I did have to readjust this bit here, but don't be afraid to do that, you know. It's better to do that now than try to fix it once you got glue and it's all messy and everything is sticking to each other, and you know, you got glue on your fingers and on your tools and all of that. Just take the time to make sure that everything is lined up perfectly now. And then we're going to add glue to the back of this. And then we're going to just flip it gently, and then we're going to press down and make sure that everything sticks. And that is going to save you so much time when it comes to gluing these letters to your card. Trust me. Now, with this layering set, right, it is super cute. Okay, but the first stencil we don't need because it's actually got just the words. So we're going to go straight for stencil number 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our grippy mat, and we're also going to use the word die cut as like a guide of where we actually want this to go. So because we obviously want to make sure that the die cut, which I have left under my work mat to dry really flat, we want to put that down. And so you put that down and make sure that you're happy, and then you line up your stencil with the letters or the words on there. And then we're going to place the stencil like so. And this is what we're going to press down on our sticky mat. And then it will need to be secured with a little bit of tape just to make sure that we keep it in the right place, right? So this is just a little trick to kind of make sure that you get things on straight, so that once you're gluing your word die cut down, it will actually match up with the rest of the pattern, as well as being, you know, straight. So I've gone for bamboo first to do the leaves, and don't worry if you get some on the words, that is going to be completely covered up. And then with a mini or micro tool, we are going to add a little bit of parrot, just to kind of bring in those, like, a little bit of life to the leaves, because we don't want them to just be like one color flat. You know, we want to bring some life into this. So this is a super easy way to, like I said, just add some contrast and some like depth to your ink blending. So ink blending doesn't have to be flat. Not at all. And just look what a difference that's made. Like, those leaves are already just, they look so alive, and I love this little trick. It's so great. Now with this second stencil, third actually, but second one that we're using, you know, we want to line it up with the pattern, obviously, so that we get it in the right place. And then we're going to use some of this gorgeous shimmer relief paste in burnished platinum. Now, right when I got these, I thought pearl is going to be my favorite, and then quite quickly, like, enchanted gold and this one, burnished platinum, kind of like went right to the top because they are so gorgeous. Ooh! So we're gonna peel and reveal, and look at this gorgeousness. Oh my goodness, that is just like the icing on the tea, or icing on the leaves. No, that doesn't work. Oh well, I'm a foreigner, I have a language barrier, I'm making up sayings just to show you how excited I am about this result. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Now, do bear in mind that you need to leave this to dry until it is completely dry. So we're going to move back to the word die cut, and we're going to do, I'm going to show you another little trick on how to get the tiny words on straight. Now, I will zoom in here a little bit because it's actually a really quite neat trick. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the little negative where we die cut the actual words out of, and then we're going to pop all of these letters back in. Now, it can be a little bit tricky, so sometimes it will help if you put some of that like purple satin tape on the front of it, and then, you know, we can just kind of push our tweezers through when you need to glue it down. But essentially, we're going to use it as a not a frame, a guide. So we're gonna put all of the letters back in, we're gonna add glue to the back, and then we're gonna put this onto our word die cut here, and then we're gonna gently with the tweezers kind of press the letters through so that they will be exactly perfectly lined up. An alignment tool, I guess you could say, but it is literally just a scrap of like cardstock, and it makes such a difference as well. So, oh, this video is like full of little neat tips and tricks, isn't it? Oh, okay, high five. Whoop. Okay, so here is our finished word die cut, and as you can see, I saved so much time from trying to glue those letters down one by one. Oh, I'm feeling very, very smart right now. Now, we're going to finish this card off, and we are going to take the frame that is the leftover from when we cut the whole thing out, right? And we're going to glue this down onto our, oh, I forgot to mention that, yes. So once the shimmer relief paste was dried, I used the big shadow die cut and cut this out. And then I have actually cut out another piece of cardstock as well. So we're going to fill in the negative with an empty one. And then our ink blended piece is going to go on top of that. On the back of the word die cut, we're going to add some instant dimension foam tape because layers is life. And we want texture. So, okay, I'm going to dial it down a little bit. But I'm very, very excited about this card because I really, really love how this turned out. But now, so if you want to keep this card like one layer less amazing, just skip this part, right? This is completely optional. You don't have to put that extra piece in there. But I thought it would just look nice, right? So now I'm going to take my ink blended piece and I'm going to put lots of liquid glue on the back of this, and then I'm going to just plop it down exactly in the same spot as the first one is, and it will be super easy. But liquid glue is key here. It really, really is, because it will give you time to kind of just in case something kind of, you know, makes you jump or startles you or whatever. You will have those extra few seconds just to get your die cut right into place. And then we're going to take the backing tape off our word die cut and we're going to plop that down. And here you have a perfectly beautiful card. But, and you can't stop here, but we are not going to. Oh no, no. We are going to bring the bling. And I had a really, really tough time to choose between the dazzling diamond and the clear iridescent, but because of the fact that it's got that gorgeous burnished platinum shimmer relief paste, I thought, you know what, these ones, they just make more sense, so we're gonna use those. And I'm going to take out a few. Yes, I know we all have different like qualification of what a few is. So for probably the majority of you guys, I'm gonna bring out loads, but this is just, you know, like a normal sprinkling for me. So we're gonna take out some of, not every single size, but quite a lot, because I wanted options. And I wanted a variety. So now we're gonna zoom in a little bit again, because ooh, it's about to be blingy and sparkly. So if you are a little bit nervous about placement of your embellishments, now the good thing with these sequins is that they don't have any adhesive on the back of them yet. So you can mix and match, you can play around, and you can try some placements and some different, you know, like combos, whether you want just one or if you want clusters of 3. Do you want them in a straight line? Do you want like little do you want little circles? What do you like? And then when you're happy, that's when you get your little perfect picker tool out and your liquid glue, and you go to town and you glue these down. Okay, so like I said, I am well aware of the fact that this is a little bit more than most people would add to their card, but life is short. I want to bring the bling, I want to sparkle it up, and I certainly want to make somebody stay like just, you know, I want to give them a reason to smile and be happy, because, you know, today is a good day to make someone happy, and I really, really hope this video and this card has made you happy. But that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon again. Bye for now.
Hello there. Did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.